Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? How are you, Gloria?
I'm okay, thank you. And you?
I'm doing exceptionally well. Thank you very much. Hello, Barry. Wonderful good evening to you as
Hi,
well.
Barry.
Happy SaturGAY indeed. And Michael, a very good evening to you as well.
Hi,
Oh,
Michael. So, how has your
so,
week been then?
oh yeah, week's been really, really busy. It's just, as I
You
think,
always
as
are,
I
though, aren't
say most most weeks work is
you?
insanely busy. However, there were a couple of good things that happened this week, which not so much on a kind of work kind of basis. Barry saying hello to you there, Gloria.
Hiya.
Um,
Hi, Barry.
I went swimming.
What?
I went swimming
What? In a swimming pool?
in a swimming pool. I know it's not a great huge thing, but it kind of is for me.
It would be
Last
for
time.
me.
Yeah, I was swimming. So there's a place that what's that up by the Crown Plaza, the Revive kind of
Yeah.
fitness
Oh, that's a
place,
lovely pool.
and that's
And the
got a
spa
really
there.
really nice pool. And I'm not sure
Yeah,
how much of the spa and stuff is kind of open, but some friends
it's
of
lovely
mine
there.
are members there, so I went as a visitor, and we went for a swim. I went with them before. Where was it? It was September. I did it once in September. That was the first time, shall we say, for a long time that I had actually been swimming. So it was really nice to kind of go out and just have a good old
Swim.
swim. So, but it was really weird because there were other people in the pool. I'm like, oh, not sure I like this. Go away, all these other
Get
people.
out my pool! Get out my
Get
pool!
out of my pool. All goo out my head, lol. On Prosecco, I have eaten. Well, I'm glad that you've eaten, Darren, because you need to be kind of up to ship shape, because Darren's going to be joining us in the studio a little bit later for our game show segment. So, really looking forward to that. Barry's saying hello to Darren, and good old Amy, hello to the F.O.D sisters. Yes,
Oh, there
and
she is.
bless you, Amy. So, Michael saying, I bet you're chuffed with yourself. Yeah, I was actually. It was really, really
Yeah.
nice, and not and so much so. I'm going to join the gym as well. Shock, horror. I'm going to sign up.
Really?
They've got a special offer on at the moment, so it works out to be significantly cheaper than normal. So it means I hopefully will be going swimming at least once a week, and if I can figure it out, maybe twice a week, because I need to get healthy. I'm not the most healthiest of people, but
Not
I
just
don't.
about being healthy, it's also, for me, it's nice to feel good about myself, but it does wonders for your mental health, especially with work. If you've got, like you, have a heavy workload, it's nice to just de-stress, you
Completely. I
know?
mean, it's a real kind of like it's probably one of the best kind of switch off things that you can
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not the best kind of swimmer in the world, and even when my children were kind of learning to swim, it got to the point where they were getting so good. They were like fish in water. They could like swim like
Yeah, mine are like
dolphins.
that.
And it got to a point it was like, okay, I can swim, but I need to know how to swim properly because I've got no stamina, especially when it comes to swimming. So I ended up having kind of adult swimming lessons, and it
Oh,
taught me
wow.
so much about. It wasn't the fact that I couldn't swim, but I was using all my energy in swimming the wrong way, which is
Yes,
why
I
I
got
did.
taught that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
So it was.
I did a triathlon once, and worst thing I ever did. Hated every minute of it. Apart from the running part, but it taught me so much because my trainer said to me, "You swim like you run, and that's not good." So I had to relearn, and it
Yeah.
was really good for me.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was kind of silly little things like, when you're teaching children to blow bubbles in the water, but then that's one of the things that you do within the breaststroke as well, because obviously when your head's underwater, you're breathing out, so that when you're back up again, you're breathing in rather than trying to do it all in that one kind of thing.
And that's what
So
I was
it's,
taught as well.
So it was really, really, really good. So I've got
Oh,
my
wow.
induction next week. So I'm looking
Are
forward
you
to
going
that.
to use the gym?
Well, yeah. I think I can't see myself doing it. Just turning up and going. Certainly not at the moment. I would need to go with other people so that I can have a little bit of confidence, because I'm quite self-conscious when I'm in a kind of a room of people anyhow. But then when you're if you're on a row machine or a treadmill or something, you're not looking your best, and it's kind of like, yeah, okay.
Do you know one
really...
thing I've you know, I'm a qualified personal trainer. I've been since I qualified when I was 21, and I still do it occasionally. But one thing that I always had to learn, because you know I got body dysmorphia and I get a bit very conscious about my body, but one thing I always tell my clients as well is people will look at you once, but they're not looking at you. They want to know who's coming in their gym, but after that, they're not interested.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And it is,
absolutely.
Once we learn to overcome that, it makes a big difference.
So I'm very looking forward to that. Swimming to start off with, and then as I get my confidence in going there, then absolutely. So we've got a few other things going on in the chat. It's glad that everyone's introducing, saying hello to everyone. So Barry's saying hello to Amy. Amy is saying hello to Barry, and we've got a nice update from Darren. So hopefully everything's kind of working out for the best.
News.
There and Barry, most of their family is double vaccinated now, so we can meet with no problems. So that's really good. That kind of gives you a lot more kind of confidence in
I
kind
now
of meet.
As well.
I'm going to say I phoned up the surgery the other day, because I just wanted to know, do I book or do I wait to be contacted? Because I had mine done through my surgery. Well, no, I did mine through the surgery rather than kind of doing it online. So I got a phone call like in early March kind of time, and then with the announcement that was the other day that because of the new variant, they're bringing for the over 50s, they're bringing it forward from 12 to 8 weeks.
But you're all right then, Sophie. You'll be fine. Because if it's over 50s, we're not included. Woohoo!
Oh no, I am though. That's no, I am though. It's just like,
I know. I'm not.
I look so young. But no, I'm very old though. Very, very old. I'm proud. I'm very proud to still be alive at 52. So.
Oh my god.
So hopefully that means I'll get my second vaccination very, very soon as well.
I had mine last week, I think.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, there's more people that I know are having their second one, so that's really, really good. And a lot of it's really nice as well to see some of our kind of younger friends getting their first vaccination, which is also very encouraging, and being quite kind of proud of the fact that they've received it and what have you. Darren says, "How you doing?" and Tube. Okay, I think that was to Amy, possibly. I don't know, but we can all guess on that one. Michael says, I've been told that using that machine at the gym is not considered a workout, so not wanted to go back. They call it the vending machine. Oh, I like that one. How many repetitions can we do with a vending machine? Oh, sorry. Oh, another chocolate bar.
I'm going to bend down and get it now.
Exactly, it is. And as you're bending down to reach out from the lower compartment, it gives a lovely little stretch on the back.
And you can squat at the same time. Yeah.
Exactly. I think the vending machine is a perfectly reasonable exercise machine. So yes, absolutely. Michael, I think you should do as many repetitions as you want to.
1, 2.
Oh, brilliant. And Amy's saying hello to Darren, and Barry is saying hello to Michael. And Paul saying that we're looking great. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Paul.
thank
That's
you,
really
Paul.
sweet of you. Thank you very much.
Very kind.
Barry's works out as 8 weeks as well, so that was quite good. Oh, you're such a chatty lot today. Hey, Paul from Barry. And Darren was saying, yeah, it was Amy. Bend for the can, of course, and that's what you need to bend and lunch and make sure that you keep correct kind of posture. That's the word that I was looking for there. B15 is the advanced stage. Yes, of course. That's whatever is in kind of section. It's B and then 15. And mini cheddars. Oh, okay, fair enough. No, that's really cool. That's great things to have on there. So what's been the highlight of your week, Gloria?
You know what? Can't remember now. It was that exciting, I can't remember. A few bits and bobs. You know, I've been under the weather. So I'm finally on the mend. These pesky viruses going around are not good. Do you know what? My brain's just gone. I don't know. I can't remember, Sophie. You go first.
Oh yeah, no. So the swimming was my highlight, and then yesterday, the fact that it's a Friday, I always go out on a Friday night to the Butler to see some of my friends play at the open mic there that my friend Nicole runs. It was brilliant. It was really, really good. The weather kind of held out as well, which was nice because obviously today and tomorrow there's threatening lots of kind of rain, and I think it was absolutely horrendous earlier. But the weather yesterday evening was absolutely fine. I had a little bit too much to drink. Not too much to drink, just a little bit too much to drink.
Good girl. It's a good for me.
But yeah, so today's been an interesting challenge, but we got there in the end. Babs is saying that she loves all of you people, all of us here. We love you too, Babs. Thank you so much. And Amy's saying, sod keeping fit. Who wants to go back to the Blagrave? Monday is when it's Monday's when. No, the pub. So the pub opens. So we're allowed to go drinking inside.
Sorry, I apologise. Yeah.
From Monday, that's where the next kind of big change thing kind of happens. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to go and visit. There's so many pubs that I want to go to visit. Obviously, Blagrave, that goes without saying. But I've got some friends in some other pubs as well, so it'd be nice to kind of catch up with them. But then, you know, we've kind of used to now just not really kind of going out drinking during the week, and I think maybe if I start going out during the week, then my work's going to suffer in the following day.
So I'm a mum, so I can't drink during the week anyway. So it's normal for me.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to being able to get dressed up and just go out and see everyone.
And as you say, the big next thing for us to kind of dress up for kind of locally is our the F.O.D second birthday party at the Blagrave on this
the 22nd
Saturday, the 22nd. And there's a theme. We've already seen some of the photos of some of the F.O.D team who are kind of dressing up. It's the flight out of lockdown, so that's that whole kind of air flight kind of theme, and I still haven't sorted anything out, so I might just go as an aeroplane passenger.
Welcome to F.O.D. What was I saying? Welcome to Air F.O.D. Yeah,
Air F.O.D. Yes, welcome to Air F.O.D. We'll be doing all the announcements. Yes, we'll be drinking at approximately 3 feet and consuming at about probably 3 pints per hour. Oh no, that's quite a lot, actually, isn't it? Because we're not used to drinking that much. But one pint every a pint an hour, possibly 1 pint an hour or 1 drink an hour, maybe. But yes, so there will be lots of people kind of dressing up as different things, as pilots, as kind of air hostesses, air marshals as well. So just they'll be in disguise, because normally with air marshals you don't know who they are until something kind of happens. But yeah, so, and obviously nothing serious is going to happen, but it'd be great to see everybody. So I'm the most unimaginative person when it comes to any of the kind of dressing up kind of parties and what have you.
Sophie, leave it to me. I'll sort you out.
It's kind of like, because I know that to try and as like airline staff. And I thought, right, okay, I'll try and mimic, because I spend a bit of time working for Virgin Atlantic, at the head office in Gatwick. About like a year and a half ago now, I think.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I used to commute down to there for a piece of work that I was doing with them. So it's got. The trying to buy just a scarlet red skirt is impossible. Nowhere. It's like I don't know. It's just, I'm obviously not going to be spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds on anything.
We've all Amazoned it.
Yeah, but I'm very large, and the Amazon always comes up very kind of small with things. So I probably would just be going as a holiday maker. It's the most unimaginative things. Like, Sophie, you've just turned up as yourself. Yeah, but I'm on the holiday. Yes, it's very lame. It's very lame.
It doesn't matter what you wear. You come out, we're supporting a good cause, and we are going to see real life human beings.
Exactly. And in the words of the famous song, and if you want to guess the famous song, type it in the chat. You're not going to get any prizes or any points. It doesn't matter what you wear as long as you are there. Famous song. Barry is saying hello to Babs. Paul is having a nice drink by the looks of it. And Babs is saying hello to Barry, and that's an icon that doesn't come out very well. F.O.D Airways. Darren is still on Prosecco KLM. Yeah, I wonder if that's Prosecco KLM, because that would be an airline, wouldn't it? Because that's the Dutch one. No, joining the Foot High Club.
I think she means the Mile High Club.
I think because I said that we were going to be travelling at 3 feet, because that's how high the beer is going to be. You see, that was there. Customs and excise, I probably would imagine. So yes, you're
customs officer.
Exactly.
I need to feel you down. Hang on, come here, bend over, turn round. Woohoo!
So Amy's going to be dressed as the tube train driver who drives the trains to Heathrow. So, okay, no, that's cool. We've got a really great game coming up. Gloria, you're one of the contestants today, aren't you?
Am I?
Yes, remember we did talk about this. rather than kind of just completely surprising you, unless you don't want to be. I mean, I could be a contestant, but then I've got all the questions in front of me. So.
No, I don't recall you telling me. That's fine. I know you would have told me. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. So we've got Darren's going to be on tenterhooks, waiting for me to send them the link, which we will do that very, very shortly. The other thing I want to kind of try to remember to say as well is, I know that we've got there's a big kind of clash going on at the moment with our show. Everyone wants to watch our show, and everybody wants to watch the international European fetish show that Jamie is one of the hosts of. So a very, very kind of special good luck to Jamie.
Good luck,
and
Jamie.
I hope that is, and I know they're not going to be able to watch, but maybe if they kind of watch on catch up. But
Jamie will be amazing. He always is.
Oh, I'm sure, but just like from everybody at F.O.D, just all the very best of luck for that show. And if you do want to watch after this, so I'm not going to give out the link before that. I'm sure that other people in the chat, and Mark has got the link details. We are also going to be having the virtual party, and I'm going to be driving that, but I will start that when we finish the show. I know sometimes that gets started.
That could be about 12 o'clock tonight, so
exactly. Just stay here, sit, chill, relax, pour yourself a glass of wine, have a beer and what have you. So Michael is a Luth, I can't say that, Lufthansa strict German men.
I think it means Lithuania, or I don't know.
No, Luth isn't Lufthansa. I can't pronounce it. Let's put that one back up on. Isn't that, and that's also another name of a airline, isn't it? Good job. That's not one of the quiz questions. Name as many European airlines like we. I can't pronounce it, but I'm sure it is an airline.
Lufthansa, yeah.
So Mark is saying every Brit has to drink 124 pints to save pubs after lockdown. So that is SaturGAY sorted. What we will be doing the following weekend? Well, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It's this kind of the introduction of the new normal, isn't it? It's not going to be going back to normal, but it's going to be introducing what the new normal is.
It will continue like this. Fingers crossed, it will continue like this.
So Mark, is that 124 pints an hour, 124 pints a day, or 124 pints every time that we go out, or just 124 pints? Bit like the church fundraiser. There'll be like a great big thermometer, and once we've drunk 124 pints, we go, yay! We saved the pub. I'm not quite sure if that's every single time. That's a lot to drink.
But
if it's every single time.
Can I drink pints of vodka? Would that be all right? Not pints of beer.
I think it would be perfectly acceptable, but whether you're going to be whether you're going to be fine after 124 pints of vodka is another question.
We've got 6 bags. We're a very well-known airline.
That's true.
We've got 6 bags. We're fine. And you're all trained in first aid. It's fine.
And Amy was saying that Jamie's got his sash out. Any opportunity to get his sash out. It's like, yes. Yes, and it's been confirmed. My thoughts were correct. It is an airline, and Lufthansa. There we go. Lufthansa.
I feel like I'm on Star Wars. Lufthansa.
And I think also if you want to say it in German, it's Lufthansa. You just basically shout it, and then all the people that I know who are German are going to be upset with me. I was like, yeah, that's not true. Stomach pumps will be provided. And hey, how are you doing, Jacqueline? I haven't seen you for a long time. Looking forward to seeing you. I say it so well. Oh, thank you very much. And David is thirsty. Well, go and get yourself a drink then. That's the best thing to do, isn't it? Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're happy. Shall we say that, Michael? And Barry's.
Shall we move on, Sophie?
Oh no, I'm just thinking 124 in total, but they didn't say that you couldn't drink them all in one night. Well, that would be quite a challenge. Can you just imagine that? Do you remember that television show, You Bet? So like, tonight we're going to drink 124 pints all in one go. They're just this one straw that breaks out into 124 straws, and you're just there trying to drink as much as possible.
That wouldn't be COVID friendly now, would it?
No. So there we go. There's lots of kind of fun and laughter in the room, which is really quite good. So as we were saying, what's been your highlight of your week? Type it in the chat, let us know. We can talk about that if there's any topics that you want us to cover. I was trying to think if there are any other kind of noteworthy topics. Do you know?
Obviously we know. Oh, sorry, carry on.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead, go on.
No. Over to you.
Oh, no. I mean, it's not. It's quite depressing, but it's something that's really important at the moment. Of what's going on between Israel and Palestine. I mean, it's all very worrying out there. Just
Incredibly
want to say my heart goes out to all of them. It really does. And all my Palestinian and Israeli friends, you know, we're here to support you.
No, it's so kind of troubling when you see situations like that happening, and then just the blatant disregard for human life.
Life, exactly.
It's
scary.
Unbelievable. I mean, there's you know, whether they're politicians or whatever, they just think like a human for once, and yeah.
Well, they offered a peace. Well, they were offered a peace. What is it? A treaty? Is that what they were offered? I can't remember. Well, I might be wrong on that. What it's called, but they were offered, and for a ceasefire, and they didn't. They declined it.
I really hope something gets sorted, and as you say, you know, all our hearts go out to everybody, and you know, it's very difficult and challenging time
Extremely.
out there. I just hope everybody can try and stay safe, you know, on top of everything else they're having to deal with.
Exactly.
Having to deal with that as well, it just doesn't really make any and I don't begin to kind of understand the whole full kind of backstory of everything. I do to a little bit, but I'm by no means an expert or anything, but I just don't understand how you could let it get into that such a dire kind of position.
At the end of the day, we need decent human beings to do the right thing by human beings. Life is life, regardless, in my eyes.
Absolutely.
And that's how I feel about it. You know, it doesn't matter. A life is always worth something, and that's what we need. But hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, indeed. The other thing that I was going to say was, do you know? I don't know I'm not sure if you do. You may very well do, but do you know something else which is happening on Monday? So it's something which is, it's like an international day, and they kind of. I'm not going to say celebrate, because it's not necessarily like a big. It is a kind of celebration, but there's another word and I can't quite think of it. So, the 17th of May also is a day that is recognised within the LGBTQ plus calendar. I don't know if you are familiar with what it is.
No, I'm afraid I haven't. Not yet.
It's the International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia and Transphobia, or Ida Hobbit, as it's fondly known, because it's quite a bit of a mouthful to say the whole thing. And it marks the occasion, and I think it actually took place on the 17th of May, I don't know, like however many years back, where the World Health Organization actually recognised that being LGBTQ plus was not a mental disorder.
Yes.
So it's a very, very important, significant kind of day within our kind of community's calendar. And so there'll be I'm sure there'll be lots of kind of different pieces of information that's going to be shared on social media and what have you. And if you want to know more about that, then please do kind of check out the Ida Hobbit, or International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia and Transphobia.
Fantastic. That means we've had quite a few around about the same time, because we had Transgender Celebration Day, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Transgender
or
Day of Awareness. We've had Lesbian
awareness. Yep.
Visibility Day
Yep.
as well.
So it's all about around about the same time, but it's all absolutely fantastic, and it's what we need, and we need to keep pushing this on, and getting the word out there. So yeah.
David is asking, where's Darren? Darren will be joining us shortly, don't worry. Michael, usually a very small amount of people with influence and money and all about the greed. The population are not usually to blame in these situations. Unfortunately, most people don't remember that they are biased.
Remember that when they were biased, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. Jackie saying she didn't know about the 17th.
So that's now, so I'm going to have to go.
No, not at all. It's my motto for life says, Amy, is don't be a dick. Other insults are available, but yeah, basically that's the whole kind of thing. And a lovely little plug there from Barry. For those that don't know, that Barry is our new DJ that does the show from Wednesday from 5 p.m. till 7 p.m. with the Drive Time Wednesdays 80s radio show. Now, we have had a couple of technical glitches on the show, but we are working through those, and hopefully we'll be able to make sure that runs smoothly in the future. So fingers crossed. And we've got loads of different radio shows. The one unfortunately I missed the one last Tuesday. They had another live performance. So that was Rachel with the Lady Loft show, all about local LGBTQ plus artists and allies, and also slightly wider afield. Then we've got Barry's show on the Wednesday. We've got Gary's on the Thursday. F.O.D Uncles do a brilliant show on Friday and a Saturday. And Jamie does one on a Sunday. So there's lots of really good things and what have you. Darren didn't know about the 17th and hopes that David is all right. Okay, so we try, and I was going to send the link to you now, Darren, so that I can. I'm saying that I'm trying to find how I can actually generate the link, because normally is the button. There we go. I'd moved the window and it was off the screen, so I'm going to copy that link, and then I shall message Darren to say to join, and hopefully everything will start working. So they'll come into the virtual green room, and then we'll start with our incredible game this week. I hope everyone's got their thinking caps on, ready for the game. It's one of those ones where it's
really Sophie.
I was chatting with Darren earlier. I was like, do I need to kind of revise or do anything? I was like, no, because it's going to be questions that no one knows the answer, but then you actually do think that you might know the answer, and it's just a bit of fun. That's
the whole point of it, isn't it? We learn new things.
Exactly, and I think you'll be, I wonder how many times people will be saying, where'd you get these questions from? But they're from actual proper kind of games and things that I have been buying along the way. So we're just waiting for Darren to connect in with the link and what have you, and then we can carry on. Whilst we're doing that, because I know that you're good at explaining these things, do you want to tell everybody about the Rainbow Lottery?
Yes. Yes, of course I can. As you're probably all aware, and hopefully if you're not, you can go over to F.O.D. I don't quite know all the links.
It's the Rainbow. Yeah, it's the Rainbow Rainbow Lottery.
It's a local new. It's a new charity. Is it a local? No, it's not. Is it?
No, it's a national. It's a new national lottery.
New, not local. That's right. I'm getting confused with the postcode lottery. It's a very new, and we've had the pleasure of being asked to join them and support them. Lottery that supports all the. Do you want to?
No, that's absolutely fine. So, like with the National Lottery, they support many good causes. The Rainbow Lottery is the first kind of national lottery where it's specifically kind of focusing on LGBTQ plus kind of causes and charities, and we have been selected as one of those charities of which they're going to be supporting. So every time that you buy a ticket, you on the Rainbow Lottery kind of website, you specify the charity in which you would like to support. So you then choose Club F.O.D, and then a portion of your ticket comes into us as a donation. You could win £25,000,
and if you do, we're sharing it. Okay.
Well, at least we're going to have 127 drinks. I think that's that's the thing. So
I mean, it's something I need to have a real. I've not been, the past few weeks, so I just kind of need to brush up on all of these and what's going on and what's what. I'm sure Jamie will let me know.
Just asking Darren if everything is okay with the link, because they're not joining yet. So let's kind of catch.
Joining Amazon, buying stuff from Amazon. So if you are an Amazon customer, you can go on to Amazon.smile and your chosen charity, F.O.D, Club F.O.D. 72p, Amy, but it's still 72p.
It's 72p. It's kind of like, every tiny little piece kind of helps. So that's really good. Darren is working on it. Okay, cool. So Darren is there trying to kind of come through. We've got some fabulous kind of questions on there. No one got the question of the song. No one's put that one on there. Yes, darling?
No, what was the song?
I said the lyric was, it doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. But there's
dancing on the street.
There we go. And that was Mick Jagger and David Bowie.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah. I got it.
I know, brilliant. Darren, let me know how you're getting on. I've got the other chat window open, and hopefully they should be joining us incredibly soon. But these are the things like technology and what have you. I know that we can get the better of.
Well.
We are learning, yes.
Before lockdown, I didn't even know what Zoom was, as you know. I didn't even know what Google Classroom was, and it's all been a very steep, thanks to you lot. I've learned quite a lot, but it was all a bit of a scary lesson, let's be honest, for me. You're in technology, so you're a bit different, whereas I don't do that stuff. But no, I've got email addresses and everything. I bought that Microsoft thing and everything.
Okay, just so Darren does not need to download Ecamm at all. Does not need to download Ecamm. You just open that link in the browser, and it will just work. So they do not need to download anything extra, because Ecamm is something you have to pay for. Whereas if you just open that link in a browser, it should all be absolutely fine. So cool, excellent. Yeah, so all you need to do, just go into Safari or Chrome, just copy that link, put it in the browser, and Bob's your uncle, as they say. How is Uncle Bob?
Or Marjorie's your aunt.
So that would be.
Can you send Paul the link?
I don't have Paul. I don't have you on there. I've sent it to Darren. Right, bear with me, callers.
Anyway, while Sophie's dealing with the technical stuff, is there anything anybody on here would like to talk about tonight? Anything you've been doing this week? Anything boring you've been doing this week, or anything at all? Let's have a chat. Come on, hit me with it. No one's hit me with it. It's fine.
Oh, it does take a little while for
immediately.
Yeah, I was going to say, it takes about 10, 15, 20 seconds for them to see the liveness that we're doing here.
Yeah, anything got any good news you want to share? Anything that's bothering you, troubling you? You want to have a chat? You know, so Amy's just had ice cream. I know why she's doing that, because I brought ice cream earlier on and it tasted manky. So now she's trying to wind me up. That's it, Amy, we're done.
What was wrong with your ice cream then, if it was manky?
It was a Bailey's thing and it was horrible.
Oh, no, stick to...
I love Bailey, but it was just... Ugh. I was well excited and then I'm like that, I sent Amy a picture gloating and then I'm like, it's grim. David went to the gay village in Manchester on Wednesday. That's Canal Street, isn't it? Or is that another part of the village?
That is Canal Street. That is Canal Street, yes.
Quite a few times. Absolutely superb place. The only place I've ever been where you get 7-foot drag queens walking past your front door in the morning. Quite wonderful.
I remember I went up to... I used to work in Manchester. David went with Darren. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So the name Sophie was born in Canal Street in Manchester. So that's
okay.
Another story for another day, but I've got fond memories of kind of mixed memories as well, but fond memories of Canal Street. And then a few years after, I went back up with a friend of mine, and we kind of had a couple of night stays. We got absolutely wasted. It was brilliant. We were drinking till. Drink until it was light. So we drove up. We'd had quite a kind of traumatic drive. Again, another story for another day.
I'm looking forward to this.
Quite a traumatic kind of drive up there with various different things that were happening. But eventually we managed to get to Manchester. We booked into the hotel. Went straight to some of the clubs that I remembered. And we just had an absolute blast, and there's nothing better than walking out of the club when it is light again. As you're going back to your hotel, and there's other people on their way to work, and they're looking at us. They're looking at us as if we're the losers. I'm like, no. No, we've had a blast.
I love it there. I mean, I'm one of my foster sisters. They live in Manchester. I was there for a while. Her family, we're still, really close to my sister. And they still live up in Saddleworth near Oldham. And we used to go there quite a lot in our younger days. And it was just such good fun. Such good fun.
Yeah, because the pub that the one that I can always remember, I know there's lots of other kind of pubs up and down there, but I don't know if it's still called, whether it's still called the same thing, but it was the Rembrandt is the
I remember that place.
So David said they stayed at the Premier Inn. When I was working up there, I was staying in the, what was it? It was called, I think it was called the Piccadilly Gardens Hotel, because it was on Piccadilly Gardens. But it was quite a posh kind of place, but I just had like the cheapest basic room, because I was working in Manchester over by the Salford Quays in one of the offices there. So I used to get the tram over to there, every morning and what have you. Darren, what's occurring? What's the problem, sweetheart? Because
we are running out of time.
We are really running out of time. Amy was saying we should do a F.O.D weekend away. Oh, could you just imagine that? F.O.D on tour.
My husband would never let me go because he knows I won't come back. He'd be like, you're not going with them?
No, we're not going to leave you there. We're not going to go back and say...
I'm now. I'm staying. Bye.
Yeah, as we're coming back, it's like, where's Gloria? Oh, don't worry, she'll be fine. No, we're not going to leave. We don't leave anyone. We don't leave anyone behind.
No, it would be me refusing to come home. I don't want to go back to that life. I want to stay here.
We'll be dragging you.
Doing it anymore.
Be dragging you back on the train, trying to lure you. Here, have some nice ice cream. Come, follow us with this nice ice cream. There's there's no Baileys in this nice ice cream. Oh, goodness me. So I'm just trying to see if we can get an update from Darren.
I don't know. Is it possible that somebody else could step in if they wanted to? I don't really know how the rules work, Sophie.
Oh no, there's no big rule book or anything.
Darren can't connect.
Okay, no, that's fine. So, hands up. Who wants to try to be a guest on the show to try and Amy would be that. Amy, that would be great if you want to. Come on, Amy. Yeah, that's when we go things like there's only one Amy Adams, and thank goodness for that.
God, yeah. Do you imagine?
God, goodness me! This is when they do the whole kind of shock story. And go, you do know that I'm a twin. We're really like, shut the front door. Oh, yes, right, Amy. I shall message you the magic link.
Really, Amy. You're lucky I'm not naked, then you'd be scared.
You're lucky I'm not naked.
You're lucky
either.
we're not all naked.
Right, let me
see.
just copy this one. Darren, don't lose heart, sweetheart. We will fix the technology problems that you've got over there. And next time that I'm driving and we've got the contestant and we're having a quiz type thing, then we will make sure that we can bring you on. So Amy, I've just sent you the link. Don't worry, Darren, we'll sort it out for next time. We're going to bring Amy into the studio, but at least you can join in on the chat. So what's going to happen, we're going to go into the game segment as soon as Amy comes into the studio. She's just coming in now. I'm going to assign them as guest 2, so they're in the virtual green room, which means that we can go into our quiz section. So I will see you on the other side of the quiz section credits, which always takes that 1 or 2 seconds longer to switch into it than we expect. So.
Who's ready to win? Absolutely nothing. It's time for the Club F.O.D Midnight Game.
Give me a second, guys.
Okay, not a problem. I need to change this over to Amy as well. Amy's going to...
We can call her Darren, it's fine.
Thank you so much for... Hello.
Give me a second. Okay?
Yes, no problem at all. So this is like real life. Everything is live. I see that you've got the Caribbean kind of screen there.
Oh, I wish. Can you imagine that? Oh my God, I'd be like, oh. I'd have nice semi-naked or naked men standing over me, waving the what they called palm leaves and rubbing oil in my back. And
Okay, so guys,
sorry, I was off somewhere.
No problem at all. How are you,
Thank
Amy?
you, Amy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, this proves it's all live, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the best part of it. And I hope you got your thinking caps on for the questions that we're going to have. They are ridiculous questions. And as always, I will be making things up as I go along. So I've got a number of questions now. Darren has figured it out, but unfortunately we're going to have to skip Darren. Yeah. I'm afraid, sweetheart. We'll make sure that you are the contestant for the next time. Okay, so don't worry about it, and we can go through that. So I'm going to be asking you a series of questions, and you're going to have 30 seconds in which to think of your answer, and then you would need to give me your answer. You're both going to be You're both going to be answering the same question, and then if you get it right, you will get you'll get a point. But if you get it right, but your opponent gets it wrong, then you steal their point, and then you get 2 points. Okay, so I think that's the kind of fair way to do it. Now, also, for everybody that's watching at home as well, you can answer, and for every question that you get right, then you can give yourself a 1 point as well, and it only counts if you type it in the chat. So if you think you know the answer, but you haven't typed it into the chat, then you don't score any points, really. So the best way to do it is by coming up with what you think is the right answer and type it into the chat, and then you can tell us how we're getting on. Just one kind of second. Let me just quickly send a message to Darren. Oh no, that was I just sent that message to you, Amy. ignore that message. I will send it to.
Oh, don't call Darren that. It's not nice.
I don't. Oh, you don't. That's not fair.
I can't believe she said that, Amy. That's ridiculous.
I know.
People, please. Oh my goodness, no! I'm being really. I'm always very nice to everyone.
Why?
Because generally speaking, most people are nice. Unless I learn something on the contrary, then I have very, very different views. So, Darren, I'm always nice. So we will get back to this, and we'll have a special extended edition of the show today. Loving this tech, very impressed. Oh, thank you very, very much.
Michael.
And we are being nice, Darren, and we look forward to having you on the show next time. So here we go. So the questions are this time, because I can't just keep on buying more games, so we're starting to cycle on some of the games that we've done before. Obviously different questions, and this time it's more or less. Okay, you need to think as to something. I'm going to read a statement, and you're going to figure out whether your answer is more or whether your answer is less. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to read out the question, and then I'm going to start the 30 seconds timer. Everybody that's watching at home, you'll have the opportunity to answer as well. And I've got thanks the wrong way round. So, because I was playing around with the cards. It's because I've got them turned the wrong way round. There we go. I was looking at the answers going, that's a bit weird. Okay, here we go. So, Was Tony Blair Prime Minister for more or less time than Margaret Thatcher? I'll give you 30 seconds. Was Tony Blair Prime Minister for more or less time than Margaret Thatcher? If you think you know the answer, type it into the chat. Kind of bank those answers and we'll get to you in a moment. Tony Blair or Margaret Thatcher?
I love
Can't
her.
stand either of them, to be fair. There we go. So we've got some people saying more, we've got some people saying less. Gloria, do you think it's more or do you think it's less?
So say it again, was
Tony Blair was Prime Minister for more or less time than Margaret Thatcher?
I would say less.
Tony Blair was less. Amy, what are you going for?
More.
So you're saying Tony Blair was Prime Minister for more than Margaret Thatcher, and Gloria is saying less, and the answer is less. So very, very well done, Gloria. Tony Blair was in office for 10 years and 56 days, and Margaret Thatcher was in office for 11 years and 208 days. So that means that you get both of the points there, Gloria. So very, very well done. And a point to those who typed less. So well done to you there, Darren. Give yourself a point. Unfortunately, Barry, you were wrong. Michael, that was wrong. And yes, that's the. Which way round? So it was Tony Blair is less. So yes, the answer was that Margaret Thatcher had more, but you had to say less. So that was question 1. So there we go. The quiz is officially started, and I even forgot to do the start of the question sound. Are we ready for question number 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go. On average, does Glasgow receive more or less rain than Cardiff? I'll give you 30 seconds.
Gosh.
Does it rain more in Glasgow or is it less than Cardiff? So on average, does Glasgow receive more or less rain than Cardiff? Okay, get your thinking caps on. Type it in the chat as well. You don't get any points if you don't type it in the chat. Amy, over to you first. On average, does Glasgow receive more or less rain than Cardiff?
Well, total guess. So, as I'm from near Cardiff, I'll say less.
So you're going for less, and Gloria, you're going for?
I'd say less because I think they get more of the burr and things like that up in Glasgow. I'd say less.
Okay, so you're both saying less. Michael is saying less. Darren is saying more. Babs is saying more. David is saying less. The answer is, in fact, less. So very, very well done for that. So that means that your score goes up to 3, and Amy, your score, you're off the starting block, and
yay!
You get wet. So Cardiff is on average the wettest city in the UK with 1,152 millimetres of rain every single year. So there we go. So very, very wet place. Read into that whatever you want.
It's a tad moist.
It's a tad moist, yes. Okay.
At the moment, so you need to be quiet. Say hi to everyone and off you go. Off you go. Bye bye.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me then.
Bye.
Hi. See ya.
No, this is, and as you know, it's all completely live. Nothing's kind of rehearsed or anything.
No, that's my child.
Let's get ready for the next question. Okay, so get ready in the chat as well. Are there more or less sheep than cattle in the world? So are there more or less sheep than cattle in the world? I'll give you 30 seconds. Here we go.
I can eat sheep.
How can you eat sheep in Wales?
I never said anything. That was just so stereotypical.
Get me in, wasn't it?
No. We lured you in just to do a really cheap Welsh joke.
Yeah.
So what do people think? Are there more or less sheep than cattle?
I don't know.
Don't forget we breed like sheep.
Gloria, what's your answer? More or less? Are there more or less sheep than cattle in the world?
No. Oh. I said there's more.
More. You're going for more, Amy?
I'm going to go for more just because I hate them.
You're going to say that there are more sheep than cattle in the world. And let's have a look at what the answer is. Is that there are less.
Really?
Oh, dear, oh dear. Never mind. There are around 1.4 billion cattle. And there is about 1.4 billion cattle in the world, and there is about 1.1 billion sheep. So not too far. And I think also I know there are many different kind of varieties of sheep, but isn't there a lot more different types of varieties of cattle as well? Because there are certain...
I'm not a farmer. Amy, you're from Wales. You might know this. Is that true?
All I know is they're tasty.
Oh, Amy.
Brilliant. There we go. They're tasty. What's the difference between sheep and cattle? I don't care. They're tasty. That's all I'm worried about. Oh, brilliant. Michael's saying, I can't believe how invested that they are in this. I didn't realise how competitive that they can be. So, no, this is brilliant. So, and of course, these are really nonsense questions, but they're generally part of the game, which is called More or Less, and there are other games available, as we say. So let's get ready for the next round. Here we go. Agatha Christie has sold more or less books than J.K. Rowling. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. Here we go. Agatha Christie sold more or less books than J.K. Rowling. Ooh, and it's a contentious author as well because...
Can't stand the woman. I don't have any of her books in my house.
She's a big transphobe, unfortunately. But
I'm a very transphobe, all of it. Horrible woman. But that's my opinion. Other opinions are available.
So I think it's over to you first, Amy. Has Agatha Christie sold more or less books than J.K. Rowling?
I'm gonna go for more, only because I don't like J.K. Rowling. So.
Okay, and Gloria,
that's my logic.
What's your?
I would say more. Because I'd say more because they've been around a lot longer, and it's not just Poirot. There's a lot of other things that they have done whereas J.K. Rowling is predominantly, not completely, but predominantly the younger market. I would personally say more.
Barry says less, and Darren says more because of Poirot and Miss Marple and all the other things. I mean,
there's quite a lot. It's branched out quite a bit.
And the answer is indeed more.
Yeah.
Very well done. So well done to everybody for that. So Agatha Christie has sold more than 2 billion books. And J.K. Rowling.
How long they've been around, so yeah.
And J.K. Rowling's only sold 500 million. So yeah, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. So you both got that right. So I need to increase your score to 4. And Amy, you've doubled your score. That's amazing.
Hey.
Woohoo!
So there we go. We still everything to play for. Now I've got to remember which was the question on this. Right, it was that question. There's like 4 questions on every card, so I'll have got to squint to read them. Here we go. Next round. Does the Pacific Ocean cover more or less than 20% of the world's surface? Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. Here we go. Does the Pacific Ocean cover more or less than 20% of the world's surface? Type it in the chat. Tell us know what you think. I love that music. Actually, but that's music that I've kind of knocked up myself, as they say. So it's Gloria. So it's your turn to answer first. Does the Pacific Ocean cover more or less than 20% of the world's surface? What are you going to go for?
I'm going to say less. I'm wrong, but I'm going to say less.
You're going to go. You're saying less.
Yeah.
Amy, you're saying?
I might as well just go the opposite and say more.
Okay, right, so you're going more. So Darren is also saying more as well. The answer is more. The Pacific covers around 1/3 of the total surface of the world. So that means that Amy, you still the other point, which takes you.
I only did it to help Amy out.
There we go. So it's even Stevens, as they say, and we've only got 3 questions left. So anything can happen between now.
Yeah, Gloria, shall we confirm WhatsApp from now on?
No cheating. That's not fair. You can't just send each other messages on WhatsApp.
Okay.
And look, suddenly use the 30 seconds to put yourself on mute and then ask Alexa or Siri whatever. It's like, oh, darling, no. Now, man, I've mentioned her name. She's gone, oh, what, me? Did you want me? It's like, all right, sweetheart, calm down. Goodness me, she's so needy. My goodness.
Government officials always are.
Anyway, right. So let's get ready for the next round. Here we go. There we go. That's the one. Right. Apparently, I've set other people's similar devices. Other devices are available. That's always every time there's an advert that comes on television. It's like, no, you then end up having to start deleting all these things from the shopping list. It's like, I don't want that. Has the UK got? Oh, see now. I don't know, Amy, whether you're at a slight advantage or not, but then you're going to say, well, no. Right, let's go with it anyway, because has the UK got more or less than 3,000 train stations. Okay?
No, that's not fair.
30 seconds. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm sorry. It's not.
It depends which ones you count. Do you count all the London Underground ones?
Train stations. Train stations.
Okay,
Has.
I drive trains.
Oh, there's already a steward's inquiry. We haven't got the answer yet. That's just in case she gets it wrong and loses her reputation. For those who don't know, Amy is a tube train driver. Choo choo, as they say.
And one Sheffield.
Oh, okay. So has the UK got more or less than 3,000 train stations? So I'm going to go, Gloria. I think it's time to go to you first. Okay. Amy, so we're going to go to you first.
I think it's less.
Okay, you're going for less. Gloria, what are you going for?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I would say more.
You're going for more. Amy's saying less. There's a few people saying more. Paul is saying more. Darren used to work at Paddington and saying more as well. Babs is saying more, and the answer is in fact less.
Oh no!
The UK is home to 2,563 train stations. So, Gloria, you said less. No, who said less?
Me.
Amy said less.
Said less. I got confused. I only have to remember two things, which means you jump into the lead there. There's 2,563 train stations, and I'm sure.
Gloria, you should have just said what I said.
No, you might have put it wrong to get to me, but now look at me. We're done.
Well, you were in the lead to begin with, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's just a game. My goodness, please.
Why didn't you WhatsApp me?
Oh, behave, the pair of you. My goodness.
We're into trouble.
We'll be having a disciplinary hearing in the virtual party. For those of you that are waiting for the virtual party, I haven't opened the room yet,
Not yet, no.
but I will be opening it as soon as the show finishes, which might be in the middle of next week. I don't know. It will be soon. Don't worry, it will be soon. Here we go. Let me go. The penultimate round. Here we go. Okay. Are there more or less sausages that are eaten in the UK every day than eggs? Do we eat more or less sausages than eggs every day? Here's your 30 seconds. And these are the great questions that everybody wants to know the answer to. So type it your view into the chat and let us know what you think the answer is. Are there more or less sausages eaten in the UK every day than eggs? So this time, we're going over to yourself first, Gloria. So are there more or less sausages eaten in the UK every day than eggs?
So are we talking as in just eggs on their own, or eggs are that's in a lot of things?
Yeah, because if you're talking about cake.
Exactly. We might put Sophie on the spot here. Should we just go for eggs as their own, yeah?
The card just says eggs. It doesn't give any kind of further. I didn't realise we were going to have I was expecting a steward's inquiry on the last one about train stations. I didn't realise we were going to have a steward's inquiry on this one. I can only go by
from a debate into a mass debate.
Oh, goodness me.
Amy. Oh, it's
Oh, there we go. There's that's not even a mum joke. I mean, that proves my point. Proves my point about how much better my jokes are than Amy's, and everyone's witnessed that now. I can only go by the information that is on the time, and it's correct at the time of broadcast. Are there more or less sausages eaten in the UK every day than eggs?
I'd say less.
So you're saying there are less sausages.
Well, I don't eat them, so.
And Amy?
I think less too.
You're both going to go with less. Plus, yeah, eggs are added to a lot of dishes.
I mean,
that's one of the things that we're saying as well. Bananas didn't appear in the list. It was just sausages and eggs. Bananas didn't come up on the thing.
Oh, okay.
And there was I missed out the other. So it's been a while since Michael had a sausage. More meat is good for you. So there's some lessons to learn there. Avocado, not avocado. What is it? I know what it's supposed to symbolise, but aubergine. How that got translated into what it's viewed as, I don't know.
You mentioned sausages, Sophie.
I mentioned sausages, and suddenly all the aubergines start coming out. My goodness me! So you both said
my joke was bad.
No, exactly. That's what I was. It wasn't me. It was from the chat. It was in the chat.
If there's a tone, I can lower it.
Absolutely, and you quite often do, which is great. That's why we love you.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
That's my speciality.
It's like your superpower. So we're all dying to find out. I know, Paul. We kind of figured that out. That's fine. And it depends what you're having and dessert. So, are there more or less sausages eaten in the UK? You both said less, and the answer was indeed less. There is around 5 million sausages are eaten every day. Let's give you a round of applause for that one. There we go. Around 5 million sausages are eaten every day, compared to a whopping 36 million eggs. That's that's quite impressive. So you both got that right. So I need to take your score. You go up to 5 points, and Amy, you go up to 7 points. So we are on the final question of the game show segment. I hope you're all enjoying the quiz this week. I've got to remember which of these questions it was. There we go. It was that question there. Let's start the next round. Okay. If you get your thinking caps on this one. Does it take more or less time to walk from Liverpool to Leeds than it does to fly from Liverpool to Sydney? Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. Walking from Liverpool to Leeds, does that take more or less time than flying from Liverpool to Sydney? Okay, so a bit of a trickier question on the last one here. What do you think on the chat? Right, is it going to take less time to walk from Liverpool to Leeds than it does to fly from Liverpool to Sydney, or is it going to take you more time? So, Amy, is it less or more time to walk from Liverpool to Leeds than to fly from Liverpool to Sydney?
I think it's less.
You're going for less? Okay. Yeah. Gloria?
I'd say less.
So you're both going for less. That's easier for me to remember. And Paul is saying less. Babs is saying less. Paul was also loving it as well, so thank you very, very much. And the answer to the question is more.
Really? How? It's 24 hours.
It would take around 24 hours to walk from Liverpool to Leeds, and a flight would be 22 hours. So at the end
I forgot to add in the check-in time.
the check-in, the pre-boarding time.
Yeah.
It wasn't from the amount from when you supposed to arrive at the airport, I know, like 4 hours before the flight, just because that means you spend more time in the duty-free and the bar and everything else. But a big, huge round of applause to you both. Thank you, Amy, for stepping in.
Thank you, Amy.
We will. Congratulations, Amy, for being this week's game show segment
Thank you very much. You saved
winner.
the day.
And when we have the next game show segment again in our next show, which will be not next Saturday, but the Saturday afterwards, then Darren will get you connected in, and we'll play another silly game. So thank you very much, Amy. Really appreciate it. And
Thank you.
we'll go back to just Gloria and I in the studio. So goodbye, Amy. Bye.
Bye.
That was great. Oh, bless her. That was fantastic. Thank you so much, Amy.
Much
that was
appreciated.
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. So it just goes to show these things happen. It's life, isn't it? And we, like the F.O.D sisters, we pick it up. We come
Exactly.
out on top.
We roll. We just roll with it and what have you. Cool. Perfect. So now that's really, really good. Now there's before we kind of like open up the party and kind of close, there's a couple of other things that we need to kind of go through. So there's, if you kind of point like that above your head, we've got our kind of donation bar, and if you were to go on to www.SaturGAY.co.uk, you're going to be able to make a donation into our fund of diversity. So we do appreciate all the kind of kind donations that we've had and what have you so far as well. We have a kind of small target that we set ourselves every kind of month, and I'm very grateful for everybody that does kind of donate. So
Exactly.
we really
it
do
means
appreciate
so much.
it.
It does do so much, give so much help to people that really do need it, and it's a wonderful thing. So thank you very much.
So we're going to hear now from the F.O.D uncles that can tell us a little bit more about what we're trying to do with the money that we're raising for the Fund of Diversity. Over to you, F.O.D uncles.
What do you reckon the theme's going to be when the pubs reopen?
I think we've got a bit of time to talk about that. In the meantime, we need to talk to these good people.
Oh, sorry. Hello, we are the F.O.D uncles from Club F.O.D. We are an LGBT plus charity based in Reading.
As a charity, we raise funds and periodically give grants to groups who support our charity's aims. As a charity, we want our community to come up with suggestions as to who our grants go to, and at the moment we have funds which are available to issue as grants.
As part of our community, do you know of any individual, group, business, organisation or company that actively support the LGBT plus community that you feel could benefit from our support?
Please have a think about this and contact us. We really do want you to get in touch, so please email us at
funds@f-o-d.co.uk. That is funds@f-o-d.co.uk, all lowercase. and give us a brief reason why you feel Club F.O.D could help.
And also please include contact details for your nomination.
Thank you in advance.
Martin.
Brendan.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Oh, there they are. Sophie, what's happened?
Every time I try to click to stay to come back to this scene, because I don't have one of those fancy stream decks with all different kind of buttons and what have you.
We've just got you. It's fine.
I know, and I've got to, and apparently for some reason when I click on that, it also selects the scene afterwards, which is not the one that we wanted. So that was the F.O.D uncles that was telling us, and during that time somebody has actually given us a donation. Normally it comes in big splash onto the screen, so thank you so much for your wonderful donation. So really do appreciate that.
We more than appreciate it. Thank you very, very much.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. And sorry that it didn't come up as the whole big kind of on the screen there. But that was wonderful. Thank you so very much. There was a couple of other things that have happened that I just wanted to kind of share. We featured on the show a few weeks back a wonderful artist called Avamo. Please do check out their music. They've launched a new single which is available now for purchase and kind of streaming and download. So Avamo. And also our very own Rachel Redman, who does the Lady Love show. They have also released a new single, so please do check out. Yes, a single, and I'm not even drinking, and I'm getting all the words kind of mixed up and what have you. No, I'm going to be driving tomorrow, so I don't want to have a drink tonight because
fair enough.
I don't want to have to then not be driving. So just wanted to say that, and I'm not sure how up to date the weekly schedule is that I've got, but should we try and remember and recall what we're doing on a? So it's a real kind of test. We should know. We should know this. Sunday. It's Meerkat and Meerkat. So Jamie's got his wonderful show on a Sunday evening on the radio. That's absolutely fantastic. I don't know what's happening regarding the quiz on Monday.
That we're having it on Monday. I believe so.
Keep an eye out on our pages to find out whether the quiz is actually running on Monday, because it's the first day that you're able to go inside.
Yes.
And also it does mean that pubs like the Blargrave are open, and we obviously want to show them as much support as possible.
Much we can, yeah.
But I don't
go out in the week. I mean, like Sophie said, we'll keep you updated.
So keep an eye out onto that one. So there's no radio show on the Tuesday because that's every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
Barry's show is on the Wednesday, and that was from 5 till 7, and that was the drive time, the 80s drive time show, which is absolutely fantastic. And then Gary's Oral Pleasure is on Thursday from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock, or slightly adjusting depending on their work schedule. And then we've got the F.O.D uncles that do Friday from...
Isn't it 5? No, 6, isn't it? I believe. Or is it 5? No, it's 5, isn't it?
It's Friday is from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And then on Saturday next week, there is no SaturGAY live next Saturday. We're going to take a break because that's when we're having our in-person kind of birthday party at the Blargrave. If you haven't booked a table and a seat for yourself, and you're interested in coming along and seeing us in person for real, I know, so looking forward to it. Then please do contact the Blargrave through their Facebook page. We can't book tables on your behalf. You need to do that yourself. But I know it's incredibly popular, and the space is limited because it's not the biggest of venues. I mean, it's not a small venue, but it's not the biggest of venues. And those kind of places will get kind of booked up fairly quickly.
Yeah, they will be.
So
we really look forward to seeing you. We really are looking forward to seeing everybody.
Absolutely, can't wait.
Literally can't wait.
And then again, it's going to be the Jamie show on the Sunday. So on the Saturday, we're still trying to kind of figure out technology-wise what we're going to do for the radio.
I think we are going to still do that, but I think it's going to be pre-recorded. I'm not entirely sure. Again,
we're going to try and figure out how we can kind of prime up the playlist that we can have it there. So we're just keep an eye on our social media to find out what we're doing. We'll let you know on our. And that means that the next SaturGAY live, which is the following Saturday, it's our turn again.
Woohoo!
And that's when Darren can come in and join in, and we'll have another game and what have you. And we'll have all the kind of things kind of fixed and sorted by there. So we've got quite a bit. Oh, excuse me. We've got quite a busy week. Coming up. Yes, that is the 29th would be the next one, because we do it every other week, and it's just so happens that next week it would have been Jamie's turn, so he'll have to skip it and then wait until it's back to the other one. I think we've covered pretty much most of everything, have we not?
I think we have, yes. Obviously, we'll keep you updated on our social media sites. If you can go over and have a check and have a look at the Rainbow Lottery, we'd much appreciate that. And I think, if it's £25,000, who wouldn't? Also, we are always looking for charitable. We have a fund where the money is donated that we have available to support local people in the LGBT plus. Is it LGBT plus? I forget. Community. So we're always open to nominations, recommendations, and we just want to help at the end of the day. So yeah, just get in touch, please.
Absolutely. I echo those sentiments. And if you'd like to join us in the virtual party, which will be starting that very, very, very soon. The information of how to connect in is in the description of wherever it is that you're watching the show for us tonight. Inside there is a link. Everybody is welcome. Pop in, even if it's just for a few minutes, just to say hello. We would absolutely love it.
There's no animosity, and we welcome everybody. As long as you're kind and respectful, then we welcome you.
So, Gloria, thank you so much for tonight. Wonderful. Thank you to everybody at home that's watching online.
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. We had a lot of fun tonight.
Loads and loads of fun. Thank you to Amy. Thank you, Darren. Sorry that we couldn't get you in the room, but we will sort that out for the next time. And yes, just like a huge thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Your support is much appreciated.
We'll see you all again very shortly. Okay.